chest, or else I'ma really be depressed. Looking like a fool in front of you. Don't give me those eyes, I just wanna tell the truth. I just wanna get it on my chest, or else I'ma really be depressed. Looking like a fool in front of you. Don't give me those eyes, I just wanna tell the truth. I just wanna get it on my chest.
All right, we're gonna keep going with the Sapphire train. Not gonna lie to you, this one's a good one. This game's actually Amber Steel versus Sapphire Steel. Actually, I lost to this one at my locals at Sully's Abode. Actually, it's the first time I played against it in locals, and I was just like, wait, that's interesting, because I really didn't think much of it. I thought it was just like a whatever deck. I didn't know what to do against it, and I thought that how I played it in locals after game one, because I won game one because of double forgotten me. I was able to discard his not last, but his a whole new world, right? So he held it, and I just double forgotten me him. I think it's because he Hades me one time that put me to 7 from 6, put me to 7, and then on my turn ink one, and then just double forgotten me for his 3 hand cards, right? So that's how I won game 1. Game 2, I thought I had a clear path because I knew it was Bell. I knew the threats were Bell, the threats were Hades, a whole new world potentially, grab your sword. Those were like the 4 things I was just like, okay, he has to have it, right? Tinkerbell, of course. So I thought the plan was just to use the cards in my hand as much as I can before he a whole new worlds me, right? So I was actually holding the grab your swords and the smash, and I was just making a wider board. That was the first thing that came to my mind after game 1, that I should just have a wider board and just keep my clears in hand for like turn 4, turn 5. But there was a lot of times where he Aurora, like the small Aurora into big Aurora, like on turn 3, and then a whole new world right away. And that kind of, I was just like, wait, that's actually pretty strong. So a lot of the times, like 2 of my grabs got discarded. There was this one time where 2 grabs and 2 smash was discarded. So game 2, I wasn't able to seal it, but I should have scooped earlier. I just wanted to see, a lot of the times, like when I'm in locals or just playtesting in general, I want to see it through the end to see how far my deck can go, right? Like, especially because I'm not really, I've played a lot of Amber Steel, but I haven't really played a lot of games with Amber Steel against like different matchups too, because Steel Sapphire was like really new to me, right? So I just wanted to see how far I can go, how much more it has. Like, those a whole new world actually affect me late game when we have like 10, 12 inks or whatever, right? So yeah, in this game, this one's actually interesting. So I forgotten me him, and I thought there was a whole new world there because he played all of his hands, and I thought the last card was gonna be a whole new world. It was a smash, bro. It was a smash. I'm like, like, of course it's a smash. Like, it's not a whole new world. So, and I was like, okay, I was able to out the bell. That's not a bad deal, honestly. But guess what this guy top decks, right? Guess what this guy top decks. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that just happened. You're right. That just happened. Honestly, like that was kind of ridiculous, but I can tell you from experience that Steel Sapphire top decks like nothing else. Like, it's like I'm playing against Ruby Amethyst the way it top decks like good cards. I'm like, how were you able to ink the bad cards and top deck good cards one after the other? That does not make sense to me. Right? But yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. The top decks are insane in this deck. As you can see, we're just bopping to songs too. We're just having fun, honestly. It's such like a fun vibe, like playtesting with your boys and just jamming to some songs. So it's a little bop in there. That Selena Gomez song, you know what I mean? Right here, I honestly feel like after he top decked the A Whole New World, I really didn't have much of a comeback. I think I don't know if I discarded like 2 big pieces. I don't remember. It's probably just a beast and like a BR guess. I want to say. And then right here, I was like, okay, new hands, fresh hands. I'm trying to dig for aerial or grab, right? I don't have it in hand, obviously, or a surfer stitch somewhere. But this guy was like, nope, nope. I got you, buddy. Freaking grab your sword. I'm like, cool, it's fine. I'll top deck mine, you know? You A Whole New World me. I drew a couple of cards too, so chances are I'll get mine. First tinker, nothing, right? Cool. Second tinker, right. Nothing. Hakuna Matata, bro. I think I drew a Hakuna Matata like 3 times, not off of aerial. I'm like, after A Whole New World, I think I had 2 Hakunas in my hand, and then one of the Tinkerbell effects got me a Hakuna from the top. I'm like, what? Where are the cards that matters? I was able to Aurora though. Aurora is actually one of the cards too that is not really like a big threat, but combined with a board, you'd better off dealing with Aurora earlier rather than later. So you like, especially because they don't play like Rapunzel and stuff like that, right? So you can like grab your sword, pass, and your turn grab your sword again type of game, or like grab your sword, play Hans, next turn grab your sword, and then Hans or something like that, you know, like something like that. And the top deck game just keeps going. Kind of crazy. When it goes, it really goes. Honestly, my opinion on the Sapphire Steel deck is that it's not a horrible deck at all. It's not a terrible deck. I think it's 1.5. Tier 1.5, right? I think the weaknesses of Sapphire Steel, right, I think are 2 things. One, if you don't open up with Fishbone Quill and the next like 4 hands, it's tough. Second, board wipe actually hurts this hand or this deck. So beast actually hurts this deck too. If you beast the 5-drop beast towards either Fishbone or Beast Mirror, it actually does hurt. So a lot of the times I don't think how I see Sapphire Steel right now is that it's strong, but decks that are like, I can't say reliant on A Whole New World, but decks that play A Whole New World as a like a main draw engine, they become like a high roll type of deck in my opinion, because a lot of the times when they don't have A Whole New World and you answer their early board, it's really tough. I'm not saying like it's not possible to like top deck the A Whole New World just like my boy did earlier and then like win off of there. It's not possible, right? But if your deck loses to consistency or against consistent decks, right? Just consistent straight off the bat, consistent decks, and you don't have your pieces or your A Whole New World or Fishbone Quill, it's tough. It's the same thing with the Stitch, Rockstar Stitch and Gang, right? The Steel song, Amber. Like if you don't have A Whole New World as well, or someone to sing your whole new world in the next like 6 turns, it's rough. It's really rough. Hans is actually one of my favorite cards now because I've teched him. I play 4 now, so that I could draw more often with my Rapunzel. This matchup is actually pretty fun. It's 50-50, honestly. Ooh, that Hades hurt actually. That was a good play. So right here, actually, oh, revenge, baby, revenge. I top deck my own you have forgotten me, and gets the actual whole new world this time, you know? And top deck a Surfer Stitch afterwards, and it's my turn to top deck, bro. Like, if you can top deck like that crazy, I can top deck like that. So right here, actually, I sang with the Aerial, hoping that the Hades or Bell would swing to it, so I could swing with my Stitch and draw 2 cards, right, 3 cards with my Rapunzel. What I realize a lot of times with Rapunzel is that you have to sacrifice your characters or bait them into swinging into your other characters so that on your turn you can swing into them. And then Rapunzel, right? Like a lot of the times, like you're just questing or singing characters or just putting your cards sideways. A lot of times you need to do that so that your Rapunzels could be live. I'm pretty sure you guys see me play Cannon earlier. Cannon, Fire the Cannon is actually one of the tech cards that I play nowadays because people have gotten smarter with Rapunzel. So people that are playing around Rapunzel, right? If you play against like a competent player, it's a different game, right? It's a whole completely different game because they won't swing, they won't turn their cards sideways as soon as they see you play Amber. They get really smart about swinging and questing and just singing their cards, right? So that you don't get to Rapunzel on your turn, right? So with that in mind, and a lot of players getting better in the game, you also have to... So like Rapunzel becomes like a dead card a lot of the times, right? You hold her and then nobody's swinging, nobody's singing, and you're just like, okay, this Rapunzel should have been inked a long time ago, right? So how I managed to fix that is that I now play 4 Hans and I now play 2 Fire the Cannons so I could ping my own cards, because it used to be that I played Smash, right? I played 4 Smashes. So I would, on turn 7, I would smash my own Tinkerbell or Beast and then draw 3 from Rapunzel, which is, for 7, it's not bad because Stitch draws 2 for 7, right? But then you don't play 2 cards for that, right? So now I just decided that since I'm low on inkables anyways, I can just add 2 cannons so that for 5 mana I can actually draw 2 cards, and then sometimes with Hans I can draw 3 cards. So I Hans Tinkerbell or Cerberus or Stitch, and then cannon my own Stitch or Cerberus or Tinkerbell, and then play Rapunzel and draw 3. A lot of times that's how I would draw cards. It's almost never because I'm swinging to people anymore. A lot of the times my draws are out of my own cards. Just pinging your own cards is a way to play around people not swinging and not making sure that you don't draw off of Rapunzel. So it's a little tip for you guys. But there's a lot of like steel players too, and actually there's a lot of steel players that are getting smart too. They just don't like, they hold their grabs nowadays to hard clear your board, which is pretty good. With a board like this, right? So I'm under the impression, right, that blue doesn't have a way to like clear boards, but with steel as a combination, you are able to clear boards. But Stitch has 8 willpower, Rapunzel has 5, Cerberus has 5 or 6, 5. Right, so it's hard in general to have like a board like this and triumph, honestly. I saw the cards that I needed. I was able to forgotten his was it this game that I forgotten his whole new world? But yeah, game's over. He didn't draw as a whole new world, honestly. End quill. So we're gonna move on to the breakdown. All right, here are the deck list for both decks. This was actually a lot of fun, honestly. discovering Sapphire as a color, even though I didn't play it, but I want to play it now, is actually pretty cool because there's another like it's like a new toy, right? I've been playing with Cusco and Gang. I've been playing with Amber, Steel. I've been playing with Ruby Amethyst, but I've not touched Sapphire at all. So this was actually like a really good discovery of what the cards are capable of. Playtesting with my boy, what he told me a lot of times is that it's really rough if you don't open up with Quill and seeing more cards. That's why he plays Develop Your Brain, like 4 of them I believe, so that you could see more cards, because if you don't find the pieces, it really does get like rough, right? Like you saw the last game, all he had was Beast Mirror. That's definitely not enough. You definitely need to mulligan 7 just to see your Quills or like your really good opening hands, right? Not at all a bad deck. Really hard to pilot though, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like looking at how my boy here like pilots it, and a lot of the people that I've seen and other locals pilot it, it can be taken like a lot of different ways. It can be executed a lot of different ways because people play a whole new world differently. Some people will greed a whole new world and actually like play each and every card in their hand and then a whole new world. Sometimes you get punished for that, but sometimes there's also that's also a good play, right? It depends on the matchup, honestly. But watching this deck kind of like evolve in front of me, because I didn't understand what it did in the beginning, and now I have more of an understanding after playtesting it for a while. I have respect for Sapphire now. Actually, I'm gonna build a Sapphire Amber list, and potentially play it until I figure out a more comfortable deck list that I want to play around with. I love Stitch. I love just the whole Stitch package. The idea that it's gonna be in one deck. I'm gonna pick up the cards Tuesday for sure at Sully's Abode. Shout out Sully's. That's mainly what I've learned. There's gonna be a 1K. I'm gonna playtest a lot for that, which means there's a lot more videos coming your guys' way. Either the dojo or locals. Either one, I'm probably gonna be posting 2-3 videos a week. And let me know what you guys think about it. Like, are you having fun with the commentary? Would you like to see more locals than the dojo? Would you like me to actually break down the game that you're watching versus just commentating and just talking about whatever? Just let me know what you guys think. I'd like to hear you guys' opinion. Criticize me, man. Like, I'm trying to get better in producing content, so you guys let me know what you guys want, and that's what I'll do. But right now, all you can do is like and subscribe. In the comment section, just let me know what you guys think, man. Thank you for watching. Been a lot of fun. 1K coming up. More grinding. More time with the boys. Let's go.
Bruh, where are these cards at? Don't get with it, don't be dishonest.